Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Mega Man 3. I just came off of playing Mighty Number 9, which, holy crap, the success of that was mind-blowing. I'm assuming it's just because it was the game of the week, but, I mean, Jesus, by the time I'm recording this, my Brandish episode of Mighty Number 9 has more views than the channel had in its entirety before I put any of those videos up. So that is mind-blowing, and thank you to everyone who watched that, shared it. Now, I would love to know how you guys found out so much about it, so that, ideally this is a success that we could replicate, because that was a great feeling. But yeah, enough of that. Let's hop right into Mega Man 3. Also, I just want to point out, look at Mega Man on the left. This is like war-scarred Mega Man. This is like, he's done this twice already. He's having flashbacks like, oh god, no, not another 8. I can't deal with another 8. Like, seriously, those eyes have seen way too much. I don't remember boss orders in this game. Huh, there's a weird artifact with some tearing there. And that's on, it's not just on the capture, that's on the game itself, so it probably just something from the actual original game. Let's see, I think Magnet Man beats Hard Man. I think Spark Man beats Needle Man, beats Snake Man, beats Shadow Man. I think Shadow beats Gemini. You know what, we'll start with Spark Man, because I think I'm right about this chunk of the boss order. And then, if I am correct, then more than likely I'll have what I need to take out the rest of the bosses later on. Oh, hey, it's these little goofy walking eyeball guys. I love them. So, yeah, like I said, this is the first time I've recorded since the Mighty Number 9 stuff, and just, seeing the success of that was mind-blowing. I have no idea how that happened, but I am eternally grateful for it. And it's actually kind of fun for me that I'm playing Classic Mega Man right now, because I'm tomorrow actually going to SGDQ, not as a runner, believe me, although I'd like to someday, but as an attendee, because it's taking place near where I live. So that's going to be fun, and I always go nuts for their Mega Man blocks. Just seeing what those people can do is amazing. It's like, they can do an entire run of Mega Man 1 in the time it took me just to beat Fireman's stage, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. Didn't jump far enough on that one. Is it going to set me back to the very beginning? Yeah, I figured I hadn't made that much progress. Oh well, off to a great start. We're, 3 minutes into the first boss, and I've died already. I need to be a bit more careful with these little beam things than I was before. So, these little spark plug guys are kind of funny looking, I think. Oh. No, Okay, so we have sliding now. Awesome. I just checked and Charge Beam isn't a thing, or Charge Buster rather, but sliding is now, so that's great. Sliding is one of those things that I loved about the original Mega Man games once it was implemented, and I mean, the dash is what makes so much of the mobility feel so good in the Mega Man X series, and this is the precursor to the dash. So there's pretty much no way it's not awesome. Okay. Kind of afraid something's gonna pop out of one of these pits here. No, just spark things trying to... Oh, they can go over top of the ladder? That's a little bit lame. No. Okay. Well, do I have like a rush coil or anything like that I can use? I do! Haha! I'm really glad I thought to check that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, nothing too much going on. It's just, I'm happy to be back to Mega Man. I know this is going to sadden some people, but I'm really happy to be back to Mega Man, particularly after playing Mighty Number 9, because that was just so disheartening of an experience for me. that getting back to games where they really knew what they were doing and pulled it off well is pretty great, I think. Do these things drop anything? Oh, they do. But I'll probably be crushed if I go under them at all, so... Yeah, anyone who's watched it, which is probably anyone who's watching this video, honestly, knows that I really... Oh, no! Oh god, this is a dick move spot. I really just had a horrible time with Mighty Number 9. I went into it trying so hard to be positive. I so wanted to love it, because, I mean, I'm a huge Mega Man fan, and I backed the Kickstarter, and I had such high hopes for it, and it was a huge letdown. And I don't think I'm that hard to please when it comes to, you know, Mega Man games. Like, it's not the most complex formula in the world. I really think that with the team that they had working on Mighty Number 9, there's no reason it should have turned out the way that it did, and I'm so sad at how it went down, because all throughout it, I could feel so much promise that just wasn't delivered on. And that was what made me the most upset with it, I think, is that I could tell that there was a really good game in there, but the choices they made didn't allow that game to come out. And I think I felt that most pointedly while I was doing the Ray DLC, the one mission that I did with her. Because, and I talked about this in the actual Ray video, so I'm, again, sorry for any repeat information, but it's the way that Ray controlled matched the mechanics of the game so much better, with the encouraging you to be fast and to dash through enemies, because she has a constantly degenerating health bar, and she has a dash that can actually hurt enemies without just killing her, and she had reasons to go quick, and she had methods that supported that a lot more than playing as Beck did. And I really feel like the way that the game was built, it seems more like they had Ray in mind than Beck, with how they set up mechanics and stage layouts and all that. And I think that if Beck were the alternate mode rather than Ray, the game would have been great, and Beck would have felt like a challenge. It's like, okay, now I have to do something that's really different from how the game was obviously designed around. But instead, it felt like I went from something that didn't work to something that worked perfectly, and it was just confusing as to why that was the order instead of the other way around. Okay, got through. Oh, really? I was right here last time? Oh, okay, well that's disheartening. But hey, I got 3 lives, so there is almost no way that I expect I'll lose this. Ow. Oh, that was a kind of a dick hitbox on that. Oh. Hey, gotcha. And this is, I think, where you can start seeing them really start to... Mega Man 3, that is. You can tell they started to have fun and go with some really more interesting and more complicated ideas than they had with some of the previous Robot Masters. Like, I think that Mega Man 2 is the one that a lot of people say is their favorite and is so great, and I think that I personally feel like they didn't have all the kinks worked out yet in Mega Man 2. I think that 3 is where you can start to see them really nail on the promise of the Mega Man formula, as it were. And my personal favorite is probably Mega Man 6, I would say, but 3 might be my second place. Oh, shoot. Didn't quite realize I would bump into his foot there. Or bump into him with my foot, whichever. Ah! I will say, though, you can also tell that they were pushing the NES to its limits with this, because, geez, the amount of slowdown definitely makes this fight a little harder than it would be otherwise. Because when he's got, after using his attacks, and there's so many particle effects, well, I mean, I guess particle effects isn't the right word, but when there's all those little shot sprites on the screen, it really, the game has a hard time dealing with it, and it slows things up, particularly my inputs, a lot. Okay, good. I was hoping he would hop over me. Alright, we got him this time. Ow. I say as I get hit, of course. Because that's how it goes. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Nope. Okay. God, that was some extreme slowdown there. While I was overlapping him, I was so afraid that I was going to lose iframes, and then he was going to pop back in, and I would just die right there. Oh, that filling the whole gauge up noise is not a nice one. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. That was, yeah, I died in the level once, and I died to him a few times, and I just accidentally paused it, my apologies. But overall, not too painless, and I think that stage was pretty well designed. I think that the nuts there were a little iffy. I don't know, I think it's too easy for those to basically just spawn in while you're on your way up, and if you're not 100% at the top of your game, you're going to hit one and fall off the platform, or ride the thing all the way up into the spikes and die and have to redo a significant chunk. But overall, I think I can already feel like why I recall Mega Man 3 being one of my favorites. I'm already seeing better executed stage design than I was feeling in Mega Man 2, and boss design. So I'm super stoked to continue this. Thank you guys for joining me for the first episode of Mega Man 3, and I will see you next time where we're going to take on Needleman, because I believe he's the one who's weak to the Plug Ball, which is a silly name for Sparkman's weapon. I would have called it like Spark Ball or something, but Plug Ball it is. So, yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later. Is that not? Oh, wrong button. Ha ha ha. Sorry, I hit the wrong button to end recording. Later.